Oh, no.
Oh, no. Well,
Well,
it's because you drink so damn much.
yeah.
Look, if you're gonna drink the gin, you gotta stay hydrated. You gotta go to AM/PM for their crushed ice. But you also, if you have ADHD, you need to put pre-workout in your water because it helps. Life hack.
Toothless Tammy. We have 10 drink Tammy.
Yeah.
Who was also toothless.
Well, welcome back. What's your name?
Oh, hi. Welcome to The Body.
The blood.
The Michelada.
A podcast.
Cheers. Today we're having
Cheers.
gin and tonic.
Gin and tonic.
Classic.
Yeah. I didn't say it last week, but we were drinking, even if it doesn't seem like everyone was.
We
We
didn't
were
make
so
a
sober.
cocktail.
Well, you... No, we had canned cocktails.
Oh wait, I didn't drink. I was just on water that day.
Yeah.
You didn't drink it all last week?
No, isn't it crazy?
Oh.
I had like sips of what you guys were having.
I was
but
just drinking and did not realize that you had not drank at all.
It was
I was the
fine.
only one that drank on camera. Because you had
I
three before we
chugged.
started.
Yeah, I chugged.
I will say though, like, I find I'm medicated now, everyone, like, in a good way. And I would say it's improved a lot of things. So I don't need to drink as much as I used to get to, you know, a more lively version of myself.
She microdoses now.
I microdose.
Yeah.
Ketamine.
Ketamine. My mom is also microdosing. I think it's improved our relationship.
That's good. What's the drug that Michael Jackson was on? It's whatever that is. That's
Yeah.
what she's taking.
That's what she's on. And of course, Cheeky.
Chiqui's here.
She's dressed for the season.
In season.
You're seeing this the week after the election, but it's Halloween now.
Oh, let's have our reactions, guys.
No, it's the week.
Very clearly, we anticipated it to go in a very, very different direction. So, this is what happened.
Kamala won.
Oh my god.
Yay!
Yay!
Kamala!
Yay!
Wait a second. There's an upset. Jill Stein is the winner.
God damn it, Jill Stein!
God damn it. At least maybe she'll save the trees.
She crawled out from under the
I
rock that
really
she comes
can't
out of every
believe
4
that
years.
Trump just like dropped dead, you know, during his speech about how they lost.
I
But
know. It was the syphilis. It
Yeah,
finally
probably
got to
was.
him.
It finally rotted his brain.
No, thank you for warning us, Chelsea Hanley.
Yes.
Thank you,
Thank you.
Chelsea.
I believed you.
Yeah.
Syphilis is serious.
Syphilis
And now there's
is
super
serious.
syphilis.
Yes.
Yes, and there's no medicine for it.
No, you just gotta have brain rot.
You die.
I'm so glad to be ace in this day and time.
It's true.
You avoid syphilis.
You do avoid syphilis. Although you can get syphilis of the eye now, I believe, and you can just sort of get that.
And that's why I wear glasses.
Yeah.
Yes.
Protective.
Yes.
Protect your mucous membranes, everyone.
Yeah.
Because sometimes random stuff touches your eyeball.
So you protect your eyes with some glasses. You put a spray up your nose. Don't ask what the spray is, and then you know take some of this, and you're fine.
You just never know, like, who the people around you are, you know?
You never know who's like jizzing into your eyeball.
Yeah.
You go to a dinner party.
You go to a dinner party, you meet a nice stranger, you put his dick in your mouth or near your eyes. You go back to dinner.
And I don't have
you never
I
speak
don't have
again.
glasses.
You don't have glasses.
I'm totally unprotected.
And now he has super syphilis.
And
And
now
I
you
now
have
have
syphilis in
su-
your
it,
eyes.
and it's super serious.
Yeah.
It's super serious.
It's super serious, guys.
Syphilis
Syphilis is super serious.
is serious.
Supercalifragilisticexpialidocious.
Your phone.
No!
Now it's broken.
Well,
I know.
well.
That's what I get for helping you
Thanks,
out.
syphilis.
Thanks, syphilis.
Thank you, syphilis.
Thanks, Jill Stein.
I like you said it like it was we're really thinking syphilis.
You sounded a little too thankful there.
Yeah, you were like, yay, syphilis.
Maybe I don't like Paul, so.
Oh, maybe. Also, it took out Trump.
Oh,
so.
Yeah.
by the way, I'm Sophie Jaramillo.
I'm Natalie Cowan.
And I'm Paul Rucker.
Yep.
The
Wait,
podcast.
did we already do this?
We didn't say our names.
Oh, I'm the body.
We didn't say our names in the last podcast.
I'm the Michelada.
I'm the blood.
Blah.
I think I'm going through menopause, so maybe not for much longer. So
I'm so glad we're drinking this.
I think post-menopause you still have blood.
no, I
Just
don't
not
have any.
everywhere anymore.
Oh.
Yeah. I had hot flashes today. It sucked.
No.
And by that, I mean, I think I just had a sip of wine and some of your mom's caldo, and it just was like, it's hot!
Well, my mom's caldo is delicious, so sorry, not sorry.
No, it was great. I don't regret having it.
Yeah.
And then she gave us all wine and peanuts, and it was nice.
Yeah.
She's such a great hostess.
She is.
She is a great hostess.
Yeah.
I'm planning to crash your Thanksgiving, and I'm gonna bring her some of that tequila. I think she'll like it.
She loves tequila.
I know she does.
So she'll be more than happy to. And I'm making Thanksgiving too. You're more than welcome.
Yeah. I was gonna bring you some bread as an offering of peace, and hope that you don't, poison me.
Why do you need an offering of peace? What did you do?
Pregnant.
Did you say pregnant?
Something's trying to
I
get
think
in.
something is banging on the door of the garage that we're currently in, but there should be no one out there.
No, I was gonna say I'm part native.
Part native.
Part native.
Okay. That's way better than pregnant. I was like, what? Well,
Who's the mother?
you don't need a peace offering if you're native.
We're recreating the first Thanksgiving.
Am I white people?
I think so.
But then you get murdered in the end, despite the peace offering.
I don't want to be white people.
Well, but I'm
No,
bringing
that's
you
awful.
bread.
But
I-
I'm cooking.
I am
Did
white people.
Did they cook at Thanksgiving? I thought Native Americans
I think they
invited
both
them to
cooked.
I think
Thanksgiving.
they both cooked.
I think they both cooked.
I know they ate
But she's
popcorn
gonna use
and maple
They did
seasoning,
eat
so
popcorn
that's
and
an
maple syrup.
improvement already.
Yeah.
I think the seasonings kind of work as witchcraft and ward off some bad vibes from even herself
Yeah.
that are embedded in her white blood.
Kind of sad now. In my defense, my white blood wasn't here for any of that nonsense.
I'm also half white, so
Yeah.
My white blood was here for that nonsense.
Yeah, mine wasn't.
I actually
My family traces back to the first, members of the Mayflower.
same.
See, you guys are the problem.
My ancestor, my 10th great grandmother, is Mary Chisholm. She was like the first lady off the Mayflower.
Mary Chisholm is a drag name. That is just a drag
Yeah.
name.
Oh wait,
Mary Chisel, and then it's like your jawline.
I might have just got her name. Mary Chilton. Chisholm is the first black woman to run for president in the 70s.
Yes.
Mary Chilton, also a drag name.
Yeah. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That
So-
was yeah. She was a white lady.
Well, your white ancestors are the problem. My white ancestors didn't get here until 2 generations ago.
Now it makes sense why she's bringing the peace offering
Yeah.
to the dinner. Because she
we-
needs to atone for her
We
sins.
figured it out, guys.
I'm a secret agent.
I
Some
guess.
might say I lead a double life.
Oh,
Yeah.
My ancestors are the problem.
yes.
Oh yeah.
On both sides. 'Cause I'm just
all of
white.
your-
100% white.
Yeah.
I mean, we both have Spanish ancestry, and they're a huge problem in our own community. So.
Mm.
They really are. They're the gift that keeps on giving. Like syphilis.
Syphilis. It all comes back to syphilis.
It does all come back to syphilis.
And gonorrhea.
And gonorrhea. There's also super gonorrhea, I believe.
Oh yeah. Super everything.
Antibiotic resistant gonorrhea.
But I think there's now a new. It's almost like Plan B, but for
Syphilis.
Ooh.
yes.
Oh.
No, for
STDs?
sexually transmitted diseases.
Okay, where is this and when can we have it?
Because I know they have PEP
I think it already
for
exists.
HIV.
Well, PrEP is different.
Well, the PrEP is pre, but then they have the PEP, which is you take after you're exposed to HIV. You can take it after and it'll stop the
Do you
infection.
know your status? Get tested.
Get tested. But yeah, I think there's a new. It's almost like the same idea as Plan B that you take it after.
But you take it for
and
like
it's to
other
stop-
STDs?
Yeah, it's to stop the
Wow.
STDs.
Very cool.
I'll look it up. I'll give it to you for the show notes.
This guy, this guy, this is nice, guys.
Yeah, I'm having a good time.
I'm having a great time.
That's a wonderful time.
Anyways,
Also, this gin and tonic is delicious.
Thank you so
Natalie
much.
is such a good bartender.
oh my God,
She takes care
please
of us.
tell us the components of this delicious beverage.
Thank you. So I used Grand Cabaret Hendrix gin, which is Hendrix is one of my favorites. And then I combined that with lime juice, so a quarter lime juice, and Fever Tree elderflower tonic, which is my favorite tonic. Something simple, 3 ingredients, and it's delicious. The perfect gin and tonic.
It is actually a perfect gin and tonic.
Nothing hidden in here.
Tonic water has a lot of calories, by the way. This is not a skinny drink.
No, it's not a skinny drink.
You would think, a lot of people think tonic water is just seltzer water. It's not.
It's not.
It has guaranine,
it's like sugar in it's
Guantanamo.
Guantanamo Bay water.
There's a lot of sugar in it.
I
Even though it doesn't
hear
taste that sweet.
that the McDonald's in Guantanamo Bay is the best McDonald's in the world. Like, you'll get, like, the best, like, anything from McDonald's.
Could you imagine
there.
if you had to work at the McDonald's? in
I saw a
Guantanamo Bay?
TikTok about somebody who worked, like, there, and they're like, let's check it out. And she goes, and she's like, holy shit, this is the best McDonald's I've ever had. Like, everything is made to perfection there.
Huh.
So, maybe because the employees want to avoid getting waterboarded or something.
Yeah, just to avoid all the sounds of torture, you just make the best egg McMuffin of your life.
There's nothing else to do. I hope they get paid well. You have to go to Guantanamo Bay to work at a McDonald's?
Do people live there?
Well, I mean, like,
I thought it was just a prison island.
Imagine if you lived there just to work at McDonald's.
Yeah, that's
How
what I'm...
awful.
I don't know the particulars, but it just seems like there's the prison where they hold people, and then like there is like a little small community of people who work there,
And the Crate and Barrel.
and the
And
Crate
the
and Barrel,
And the McDonald's.
And of course, the Chili's.
The Chili's.
the Chili's.
You can't go to Guantanamo Bay Island without stopping at the Chili's.
Exactly.
You need the Triple Dipper.
You know what I miss, guys? Chipples.
Oh my god, it's so sad they didn't survive COVID.
No, the pandemic took out Chipples.
Too many people were catching the gay guy, and then the gay guy died.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he did. He died of COVID.
Yeah.
Sadly, he was an anti-vaxxer. You wouldn't have
Yeah.
seen it coming.
I mean,
Most
from
of the Chipples family, the Chipples family was very heavily donating to Donald Trump's campaign
Yeah.
in 2016.
Yeah.
I wish we had known that before we plugged to Chipples. But
Yeah.
I mean, you don't know who the Trump supporter until you know.
Yeah, until you know. Just like today, Dr. Phil. You would never think.
You would never think
that
Dr. Phil would be unethical. Like,
No.
what is that? Oh, it's the ice.
Especially if he's so far up Oprah's ass.
See, that's the one
Is
thing.
he still so far up Oprah's ass?
She
though?
made him. And Oprah is
don't
very
know.
much for
Kamala Harris.
the Harris. So what is Dr. Phil doing? What is Dr. Phil doing on a stage with Elon Musk?
But this
That's
is
what-
exactly what we were talking about the other day. Like, their celebrities versus the celebrities for the Democrats is ridiculous.
Yes, that at Kamala Harris's event, they brought out Beyonce, and then you flash over
To Dr. Phil and the Pillow Guy.
to Dr. Phil and Mike. What's his name? Mike, whatever. My pillow guy. His name's Mike.
Oh, Mike Rendell?
Something like that. Mike Lindell? Is it
Lindell,
Lindell?
yeah.
I literally only know it because of Trump. Like, there's no way I would have known this Pillow Man before.
No, not at all. And then that man who said that Puerto Rico was a trash island. Good.
Yeah, we're very upset about that too, Ice Bag.
Yeah. And then Kid Rock.
Oh, can't forget Kid Rock.
Can't forget Kid Rock and Dennis Quaid.
And Dennis Quaid. Ooh, bring out all the bangers. I am upset about Dennis Quaid. I'm not surprised, but I'm upset
I'm not
because
surprised. He played Ronald Reagan in a movie recently.
But
In the same movie, Scott Stapp played Frank Sinatra. I would just like to point that
Dennis
out.
Quaid's performance in The Substance was so good, but he played a sleazy piece of shit.
Does he play himself?
Yes, but he was so good in that movie. He stole every scene that he was in. Everyone, go see The Substance. I cannot recommend it more.
Okay,
heard good
what
things.
is better, his acting in The Substance or in The Life of a Dog?
I can't say I've seen The Life of a Dog.
I've seen Life of the Dog 1 and 2, and it crushed me. Every time the fucking dog died.
Spoilers.
Spoilers, the dog dies like 30
Oh
times.
no.
Because it's like, just,
It's like how the dog gets
Yes, I know.
Yeah.
I mean, yes.
Yeah.
it's just so sad. Don't watch it. Because, like, you know how, like, there's that one app that's like, does the dog die? It tells you, like, every movie. Like, that one is probably, like,
Yes,
don't ever watch
100
this.
times. But do watch The
Don't
Substance
listen,
with
Chicky.
Demi
Don't
Moore.
listen.
You'll never die.
It is Demi Moore's best performance.
What about Charlie's Angels 2?
You know, I didn't take that into account.
Yeah.
Or G.I. Jane, you know, now that
Yeah.
I'm thinking of her
Now that we're
entire...
really thinking
That's
about her whole
how-
discography.
Yes.
Um,
Those two
she's
movies.
a lot of lot of people's reasons why they're
Gay.
lesbians. Yeah.
Even
I
in
would
this
say
movie,
gay.
she's
Yeah, gay,
in
yeah.
this movie she's also beautiful. I know she's had some work done, but she's beautiful.
Mm-hmm. She serves cunt all the time.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, all the time. And she's put in full monster makeup in this movie, and she does amazing, like physical acting and physical comedy. It's very good.
I've heard it's good.
It's amazing. I saw it twice.
Mm-hmm.
Cannot recommend it more.
Yeah. I know the girl that plays like younger her.
Oh, I love her.
It's also
She's
very good.
so good.
She's married to that weird guy,
Oh no.
Jack Anthony,
Oh.
the guy from that stupid band who worked with Taylor Swift.
Yes.
They're married.
Yeah. Oh.
But it was weird because she used to be best friends with Lena Dunham.
Oh.
Oh.
Interesting.
And Lena Dunham was like creating a movie based off of her life, and she was gonna play the character of Lena Dunham. And then like after that all thing happened, it's not happening anymore.
Wow. That's actually crazy.
Yeah.
Great actor though.
Mm-hmm.
Wonderful actor. I also saw Smile 2. Smile 2 was amazing. Everyone go see Smile
Oh,
2.
Jack Nicholson's son is in that.
Yes, he's so creepy. I hate him.
Yeah.
But the main girl, I don't know her name. I completely forgot.
She played Jasmine in
She
the
did.
modern Aladdin movie.
Yes, but no, amazing.
I
Like
didn't watch the Modern Aladdin.
I didn't.
She was
either.
also
I
the
didn't wanna
Pink
see Will
Ranger in
Smith.
the new
Oh.
Power Rangers movie.
Oh,
I-
okay, I know who you're talking about.
I also don't like any of the live action Disney remakes.
Well, I don't like that they call them live action. Like they called The Lion King
Oh,
live
that
action.
no, it's just 3D animation.
It's just 3D animation. You can just be proud of your animation studio.
Yeah.
You don't have to tell me it's live action.
You don't tell me it's
You're
live
not getting
action.
real lions.
There's not a people in there.
Yeah.
There's no people.
There's
at
no
all.
animals. It's not real.
Just like the Jungle Book live action, one child and the whole thing just on green screen. I'm like, you
yeah,
can't
it's
call
just
that live
Scarlett
action.
Johansson as a snake.
Yeah,
And that's the only person I can remember
yeah.
even in
That
that
snake
movie.
had tits.
That's
Can you imagine?
Oh wait, wasn't what's his face Baloo?
Idris Elba.
Not Idris Elba. He's in that.
No, you're
though.
thinking of Knuckles.
No. No, he's in that too. He's
I
the Mean Wolf or Kojak.
Yeah,
No, Kerchak is something. It's
what,
Tarzan.
what's his name? He
Isn't
was
he the
also
Ra?
in Charlie's Angels. He's
Charlie's Angels?
Crispin.
no. Bill Murray. He,
Bill
Oh, Bill
Murray.
Murray
Oh
is
yeah,
King
yeah,
Louis.
yeah.
No,
Oh
he
no,
was Baloo.
No. King Louis was
Christopher Walken.
Christopher Walken, but
Yeah.
Baloo was Bill Murray, and then Idris Elba was someone.
Kojak.
No, because Kerchak is from Tarzan. I just. Ra? Something.
Raja. Oh, the lion. No, the
Yeah.
tiger.
The bear.
Right.
No, the tiger.
Oh my!
It's India. It's India. There's no lions.
That's like the tiger.
Yeah, he's a tiger. But I think he was the. I know.
There's also the Black Panther.
No, she's in the Black Panther too, but she's also in Jungle Book. What is her name?
I share a birthday with Chadwick Boseman.
No, it's not Chadwick Boseman.
I know he's not in that, but
Ha-
I tell
have-
him
The
I share a
lady.
birthday with him.
The lady.
From
The lady in the water.
no,
The M.
Angela
Night Shyamalan
Bassett?
film.
no, his love
Did she
interest
do the
in
thing?
Black Panther.
Oh.
Lupita Nyong'o.
Lupita Nyong'o. She's in the Jungle Book movie.
Is
She's the mom wolf. She's the mom wolf that takes in Mowgli.
Oh, okay.
I'm glad we got there, guys.
Oh my god. I don't even know what we're talking about.
Double lives.
We're talking about double lives.
Double lives. Recently, this isn't my story, by the way. This is just disclaimer. This is more. I just saw this on TikTok recently when we were already working on getting this episode together. There was this cop who worked undercover in the UK.
Mm-hmm.
Dude, he got this one lady that he was getting information from pregnant.
Oh my god, I just saw this.
Yeah.
They were
Right.
together
For
like
16 years.
Yeah. And because, that's really fucked up and unethical, the kid and the mom are getting a giant payout from their police force.
good.
Because
Fuck
that's
them.
fuck being like
It's so creepy.
like yes, he was getting info on a crime, but like the
How long
ethics
does it take
behind
you?
that.
Like, how long does it take to figure out the crime?
To get married and have children?
Mind you, dude also had like a real family, and like he was like going back and forth being dad to both. So
Oh my god.
I don't understand.
insane shit. I don't like it. Fuck men,
Mm-hmm.
and everyone is a red flag.
Yes.
Do not trust anyone, especially bitches named Cheeky.
Why would you say that?
Right now, she's trying to tell me she's a pumpkin. She's not a pumpkin. She's a dog.
Rude. That's just her costume. Cheeky's never been anything but honest with you, and how dare you?
Look at her.
Look at her. Don't touch her!
She loves me though.
Well, maybe not anymore.
Not after you say that to her.
Yeah, that's rude.
That's crazy.
She's very cute. Anyhow, yeah, that was fucked up.
That's fucked up. Do you want to find out if we're living double lives?
Okay, yeah.
I would love
We
to.
have an
let's-
article of red flags.
Sorry, I have another page pulled up because you sent me the article, and then I was like, that's nice.
What is the article? It's red flags that you're living a double
These
life.
are the red flags someone you love is living a double life.
Ooh.
Okay.
Ah. What's the first red flag?
Intuition. If you start to feel like something is off or wrong, then it's typically an indicator that something really may be off. It's certainly worth exploring. Gut feelings are often rooted in reality.
What if you just have anxiety?
Well, anxiety makes you think a lot of crazy shit.
Yeah, I think a lot of crazy shit about a lot of people. If I went with my intuition, I would have no friends.
Secrecy. If your loved one is hiding things they didn't before, that could be a red flag. Maybe they've changed their password on their phone. Or maybe they become more secretive about their phone in general. For example, it was plugged in by their bed before, and now it's kept closer to them, out of your reach.
Mm-hmm.
Time away. While the pandemic made traveling a bit challenging, taking a lot of trips could be a bad sign. In general, lots of time away from the household is a potential red flag.
Ooh.
What if you just don't want to be home? What if you hate your children?
What if you hate your wife?
Yeah.
You're not living a double life. You just...
You just don't want to kill them.
Yes. What if your wife's like a raging bitch?
Yeah,
Like,
exactly.
I think we've all been there.
Mm-hmm.
Lack of intimacy. A loss of interest in sex and intimacy could be an indicator that they are living a double life. Perhaps they're getting that intimacy somewhere else.
Oh.
Escándalo.
Hiding finances. Perhaps your loved one used to share a joint account with you, but no longer is. Or maybe you never had access to their funds. Another bad sign is discovering money kept hidden away or major money spent without your knowledge.
It'd be crazy if you had a joint account with your spouse and all of a sudden they were like, we're not going to do that anymore.
Well, I would say keep the joint account, but then just have an extra account.
Yeah. Just open another account.
That's a better way to do that.
Yeah, that'd be stupid if you would.
Yeah, don't just take them off the account. Just stop putting money in the account. Defensiveness. If you decide to bring up your concerns in a non-confrontational way and they react with defensiveness, that's a red flag. Guilty people react by blowing up or by gaslighting to make you feel like you're the crazy one for having any suspicion. And then last but not least, not being forthcoming. If your loved one is not forthcoming with their past, or if there are gaping holes in their life that remain a mystery to you, they could be hiding something sinister or embarrassing. I feel like embarrassing should be for sinister
Yeah.
in the way that is.
No,
Like-
embarrassment's worse than something sinister.
Embarrassment is worse.
Anyways, that perfectly describes my mom's relationship with Craig.
Yeah.
He checks it all off. Anyhow, yeah, any of you check off any of those for yourself? 'Cause
For myself?
I mean, a little bit of everything. I'm not living a secret double life. I just don't like everyone in my business.
Same. Although I'm pretty open with everything. Like, if you ask. Like, I'm not just going to open.
If you ask, I'll tell you, but I also...
Like, I'm not secretive.
Yeah.
I'm not
I'm
secretive.
private, but not secretive.
Yes, I'm not secretive. I just don't think that everyone needs to know everyone about me
Yeah.
all the time.
I'm
Yes.
really shy and quiet, but I'm also like, I will tell you too many things about me, like,
Mm-hmm.
in a minute.
Once we're comfortable, yeah, I'll tell you whatever.
I don't even need to be comfortable
Yeah,
with you.
honestly, I've told strangers some wild stuff before.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Once we have a couple drinks in us.
I mean, I make dad jokes constantly,
That's true.
all the time.
You do.
Yeah. My dad's dead, everyone. It's very sad and tragic. I miss him every day.
Yeah.
Anyway.
He locked us in the garage our last episode.
Oh
I
yeah, he
know.
did.
It wasn't recorded because we had already finished for the night, but it happened.
That was funny.
We were rescued though.
My mom had to come rescue us.
We haven't been in here for a week.
Yeah.
We've been in here for 2 weeks.
So speaking of double lives,
Ooh.
I would love to tell you guys a story about
Oh
a
my
double
God,
life.
please go on. Thank you.
Yes. So there was this gentleman.
Mm-hmm.
He during World War II. So I'm gonna set the stage. Nazis are everywhere.
Oh
We're
no.
trying to fight them.
That's modern day America.
That is modern day America.
That's just a Trump rally.
Yeah.
So it's like modern day America, but everyone has transatlantic accents.
Oh.
Yes.
Could you imagine Donald Trump with a transatlantic accent?
He barely can do his own accent. The man can barely speak English. And so there was this gentleman who was in the British Royal Army.
Mm-hmm.
Very celebrated, really great soldier. He was a pilot.
Howard Hughes.
Yes. He ended up going into what they would basically have as like their secret service or like
Mhm.
their...
They like
What's
protects.
that group that like killed Osama bin Laden? The M6 or something? Basically like that.
The
M5
SEAL? Was
or
it the
something?
SEALs? or
SEAL,
was it
yeah,
the
the
SEAL Team 6 or
Team
whatever?
He's basically in like the British World War II version of that.
Okay.
So he goes on a mission.
Mm-hmm.
It's him and 6 other men.
Mm-hmm. Well, it's gay.
It's so gay.
Mm-hmm.
First of all war is gay.
Oh, it's gay.
War is so gay. So he goes on this mission. They end up getting captured. He ends up getting he cracks his skull and is unconscious. He actually loses his sight, his vision
Oh,
for like
no.
6 weeks.
Oh, shit.
After he's done, like he gets his vision back, they, I guess, glue his head back together or something. The army is like, yeah, you're fine. Go back into being a pilot.
Oh,
And he's
oh.
like, cool, great, thanks. He goes and he's a pilot. They only stop him from being a pilot because he starts having like these periods of time where he blacks out. And then they're finally like, okay, I guess you can't fly planes anymore because you just black out randomly. And so he's like, oh my
You
God.
have brain damage.
Yeah,
Maybe
you have brain
shouldn't.
damage. Maybe, I guess.
Happens to the best.
Happens to the best of us.
Do a little coke, you're good.
Yeah. Here's some cocaine. Just get back in the air. Everything's fine. So after this, he starts to write a memoir. He's like,
Okay.
I'm going to become an author then. So his memoir becomes very popular. And then he starts going around, like, showing off his book. He's going to all these parties. And he's rubbing elbows with some important people.
Mm-hmm.
Not just from Europe, but also from the Axis Party. So from Germany, Italy, Japan. Like, he started to meet a lot of important people. But he still has the contacts in the British Royal Navy.
Mm-hmm.
So they're like, hey, since you are in contact with all these people, would you mind becoming a spy for us? Maybe you can get some information and we can use that to end the war. And he's British. He loves his country. He wants to still feel like he's useful.
Mm-hmm.
So he, of course, jumps at the opportunity. And he starts to decide, yeah, I'm going to do this. So he starts to spy. And it turns out, like, these guys aren't really forthcoming with all the information. But you know who loves telling you gossip and telling you all the information? Wives.
Ooh.
So he starts banging their wives.
Oh.
Yeah. He's just left and right getting that pussy, but for the greater good.
For the greater good.
For
his
the
country.
greater good. For his country.
Yeah.
He's sleeping with all these people's wives,
Mhm.
getting all this information, helping us helping the Allies end the war
Mm-hmm.
by banging Nazi wives.
Good for him.
Yeah. I mean, what else could he do? He's a hero.
I'm a hero.
And then I guess he's tired of constantly getting syphilis or
Mhm.
gonorrhea or whatever's happening.
Super
He's like,
syphilis.
if I keep doing this, my dick is gonna fall right off.
Yes.
I need to stop being a spy. So he, wipes his hands of it, decides he needs to go and start something new.
Mhm.
And then he decides, oh, you know what? I actually really enjoyed writing. Maybe I can give that another try. And so he goes on to write Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory, Matilda, The Big Friendly Giant,
Mm-hmm.
because I am actually telling you the story of Roald Dahl,
Okay.
one of the most prolific children's authors of all time.
Okay.
Is also basically James Bond.
Did he inspire James Bond?
No, I don't think he inspired. I think Christopher Lee.
Oh,
inspired
Christopher!
James
Yeah,
Bond.
one of somebody did.
Yeah, maybe both of them, honestly.
Yeah.
But yeah, he is world-renowned child author Roald Dahl, who you would not even know was also
A British spy.
a British spy. He's the British spy who shagged me.
Wow. That's amazing.
Isn't that amazing?
I love Roald Dahl.
I love Roald Dahl.
And now I love
too.
Roald Dahl even more.
I know.
Who knew he was going around hitting every
Just
wife
Every wife
the-
in town.
like, oh.
Yeah. Watch your wives,
running through
everyone.
him. Roald Dahl's coming.
Yeah.
He's gonna Willy your Wonka.
He will Willy Wonka.
Yeah, he will.
Does anyone else have a story?
I have a story.
Ooh.
Oh, I love story.
No, I don't think it's as good as yours now because that was a good story and I didn't see it coming. Now I'm sad.
Aw.
It's okay. That's okay. Mine's
Well, I like winning.
you win. That's it.
Yay!
Podcast
We're
done.
done.
See you next week. Okay, I'm gonna tell you the story of a girl named Josefina Gonzalez.
Ooh.
Yeah, this story was basically told by her. She wrote an article and just outlined her own experience with double lives.
Oh, okay.
So Josefina was an only child to Mexican immigrants.
So nice.
So nice. They were
I
hard.
wish I knew what it was like to be an only child.
They were hardworking people. They were kind of poor. They came over here just to try to make a better life
Yeah.
Right.
for
Yeah,
their
that
daughter.
story,
Yeah. But Josefina never wanted for anything. And, she had a good life. But every few weeks, Josefina's father would take her to go visit this family, this woman and her 7 children. And he would be like, "This is my friend. These are her children. Go play with them." And he told her that he served with this woman's husband in the Vietnam War. And after he passed away, he basically took over the role. But he just wanted to be a father figure. He just wanted to help out the family.
Right.
Yeah. No, it's
Right.
all good intentions. It's
Uh-huh.
actually all good intentions.
Oh,
Sure.
He would go help them get groceries and stuff. He just wanted to be a father figure to the kids because they didn't have a father anymore and he felt bad. So he stepped up. He would fix things around the house. And then to Josefina, she just saw her father's this really good man who stepped up when a family was in need. And she would go and play with the children and stuff, and her father would just disappear and go hang out with this other woman.
Sure.
Yeah, they probably told each other stories, And Josefina's father would always make it a point to be like, "By the way, don't tell your mom. Your mom's really jealous, and I just don't want her to think anything bad. Just don't tell your mom
Sure.
that I'm hanging out with this other woman."
Mm-hmm.
And then most nights her father would come home super late, after midnight.
Mm-hmm.
But
Normal best friend thing.
normal stuff. Josefina's mother never said anything though. She was just fine. She was okay.
Okay.
And then every so often he would come home early and try to take Josefina to go hang out with the other family. And he would get really upset if she didn't want to go. He made it a point that she needed to go and play with these children. But Josefina really couldn't figure out why. When Josefina was about 14, so this is years past, a cousin of hers came to visit from Mexico. She was going to come live in the United States, learn English, and just
follow her American dream.
Yeah, follow her American dream. And she was clashing with Josefina's father because he would be like, you can't stay out late, like you have to be home, there's a curfew. He had all these rules. And so she was like, well, fuck you, I'm going to move out. Because she was 20, so she was much older.
Yeah.
She was like, I don't need this, I'm just going to move. But as a final fuck you, she pulled Josefina aside and was like, by the way, that's not just some random friend. That's your father's wife. And your father's 7 children. And Josefina was crushed. She's a 14-year-old girl who thinks the best of her father. And she's like, fuck. So she goes and she confronts her father. And at first he's really emotional and he's really like, I'm so sorry. Like, I didn't want you to find out this way. But then he quickly turns to anger and is like, how dare she tell you? This is my business. Like, how dare any of this happen? You better not tell your mother. Like, I'm still gonna fucking go be with my other wife. And he told Josefina that if she told her mother, that it would make her so sad that she would die. That he couldn't tell, that she could not find out because it would literally kill her. So now Josefina knows this horrible secret and is so afraid to tell her mom because she thinks it would literally kill her.
She's a Padme. Oh my god.
Yes, she's gonna die from sadness.
Yeah.
This is actually the story of Star Wars.
Yeah.
Once he calmed down, he told them the story, or basically told her like the history that she met both of them at the same time, and really liked both of them. Got both of them knocked up, and instead of being like, "Oh, I'm just gonna be with one or the other," he was like, "I might as well just be with both. Why not? That's just what you do."
I guess so.
A few years after this, so years, and this is still all going on. Her mother still seemingly unknowing her father.
No. Okay.
Whatever, girl.
Whatever. Yeah, whatever you have to tell yourself.
Another cousin comes to visit, and Josefina confides in her and is like, I have to tell you this. Like, I haven't told anyone. I have this horrible secret on my mind. My father has another family, and the cousin's like, oh, fuck that shit. I'm gonna go tell the entire family. So she tells her mom, she tells all the sisters, she tells the entire family. And at a wedding, they decide to have an intervention and confront Josefina's mother and sit her down and be like, we need to tell you something. Like, your husband has been cheating on you for like 20 years. He has an entire family. He has 7 other children. And she shuts it all down. And she's like, I don't care. Never tell me any of this again. We're not going to speak of any of this. Shut up. And that's the end of it. But Josefina can't let that go because obviously she needs to know why.
Yeah.
And so she asks, she's like, why are you just okay with this? And her mother said that at the time that she met her husband, she was already 40 years old. She was afraid that she was going to end up an old spinster. Living in Mexico as an old Catholic woman, she was like, I'm not going to remarry. I'm never going to have children. But she met this young guy who was seemingly into her, had a child, but she couldn't support a child on her own. She could barely support herself. And even though she knew and could feel that this horrible man was going and doing these horrible things, that she stayed with him. And she just remained ignorant. That she wanted...
I hate society.
She acted like she was ignorant, didn't know, just because it was easier that way.
I get that. I don't condone it, but I get it.
And so Josefina struggled for a long time with this and was very angry at her mother, but eventually came to forgive her, basically, and accept it and be like, I understand.
Yeah.
She never forgave her father, because
course
obviously he's a piece of shit.
Yeah.
Eventually, he just sort of stopped seeing Josefina and her mother, and just
he
went.
Picked the other family.
He picked the other family, and even then, her mother still referred to him as her husband, and still said that she loved him.
She has to.
And
in society.
Yeah, but really never saw her. He never called, never did anything. He tried to contact Josefina a lot, but she never wanted to answer the phone or answer his calls.
Yeah, why would you?
As time went by, Josefina started to see her father in the men that she was dating. there was one story that she told about that she was dating this guy for a few months and had him over, and he was just sitting on the couch, and she just looked over and noticed that he was wearing a wedding ring and confronted him about it, and he was like, "Oh yeah, I'm married. Like, I thought you knew that." But then something in her mind clicked, and she realized she never wanted to be like her mother in that moment.
Well, of course not.
And she kicked that guy out and never dated any shitty man ever again. So good for her in that.
Yeah.
She ended up being with someone very good and raising her own family, but still never forgiving her father. Years and years have passed. She has her own family. Her mother's very old at this point. She moves her into her house just at the end of her life and wants to take care of her. And even then, her mother begs her to forgive her father and to contact him, and saying that if you don't, you're going to regret it. Even though she no longer talks to him either. He's fully moved on. He's living a completely different life.
I know someone like that. Wants their kid to talk to their shitty dad.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
And even after all that time, Josefina says that she still somehow, in a fucked up way, wants her father's approval. That's somewhere in the back of her mind that even though she doesn't talk to him, and even though he's a piece of shit, and lived this double life for 20-some years, that she still wanted her father's approval. And that's her story.
That's so sad.
It's a really sad story.
That fucking sucks.
Okay, I have a story that's similar that's so dumb.
Okay.
Okay, so there was this. I'll make it very quick. I'm so sorry. I don't mean
You're
to
fine.
jump into you.
This is Natalie's show.
Yeah.
You
Well,
dumb
duh.
cunt.
Okay, there is this father. He has kids. He has a wife. Everything seems fine, you know. Actually, I have two stories. Similar beginnings, two different endings. So in the first one, father, wife, kids, everything is seemingly perfect, but he has this passion for something, and he, first starts as like a hobby, but it really starts to consume him, and he decides, like, I have to pursue this. Like, my family's holding me back. They're never gonna understand. I have to see if I can do something with this. Like, this is my true passion in life. And what is that passion? Breakdancing. So he abandons his family to go become a professional breakdancer.
Okay.
And the worst part is he does kind of become famous. Like, he successfully is a breakdancer. He's like on the news. He like tours with his little like troupe. And every now and then he will, to contact his family, he'll send them like tapes of him breakdancing and like his news segments.
Oh my God.
So they'll go like months or years without hearing from him. Then all of a sudden they'll just like get a message like, hey, I'm going to be on ABC7. It's just this quasi-famous breakdancer that abandoned his family.
Nice.
Secondly, starts the same guy who has his wife, his kids, but he also has this passion that he's like, I have to pursue this. Like, I have to abandon my family. They're holding me back. And that is acting. He wants to be an actor.
Okay.
He goes on to be the fourth Doctor for Doctor Who. The beloved one. The one, Baker, the one with the scarf.
Yes.
Abandoned his family only to then become Doctor Who, the most beloved Doctor Who.
That's
and like
so,
his family has to watch him on the BBC every fucking day.
how sad.
So depressing.
Shitty men.
Shitty men.
Men fucking suck.
Yeah. I
First
think
of
that's
all.
just the
Men do suck.
theme of the night.
I have one quick little anecdote, and then we'll get to the Sophie story. I'm so sorry.
That's fine.
I have 4 more anecdotes.
I just saw a TikTok, and it was this woman who was like, she was like, in this video, they were on vacation in Hawaii.
Oh, I saw
And,
that.
and she was like, and I pan over, and my husband's on the phone, and not 24 hours later, he would be arrested because he had been talking to underage children online. And she was like, and I realized that in this moment, spending time with his children, he was probably on the phone texting.
Yeah, the police told him that that's exactly what he was
Yeah.
doing.
Isn't
That's fucking wild.
It's been like 3 years since that happened, and she was, because I watched like the follow-up video for more details on it, and she said pretty much as soon as they got home from that vacation, he was arrested,
good?
and he never saw his children ever again.
Oh, good.
Yeah,
Because
she got a permanent restraining order.
permanent restraining order, and they lived in Texas, but she basically got a bill passed to set into law that if you're a parent and you are found guilty of a crime where it's like some
With
sort
minors or something.
yeah, something like violence against minors or sexual abuse of minors, you automatically lose your parental rights.
Oh, good. Is that just in Texas?
It's just in
Yeah.
Texas, but I hope that sets a precedent for like the rest of the country because honestly, I do think that's a big problem in our system.
Yes.
but-
No, it's crazy. And then like people abuse their children.
Yes, yes, they do. Oh my
Wild.
God. But no, I was like, good for that mom, like pursuing it so it doesn't happen to
Yeah.
anybody else's kids, but also she's keeping her kids safe.
Yes.
Yeah.
I mean, it's hard, but I definitely side with the mothers who are protecting their children.
Yes.
Because I think a lot of women, I mean, look at Josefina's mom. Just be defensive of the man who is committing the wrongs.
Yes.
Yeah.
So, good
Who
for her.
wronged her for literally her entire life.
Mm-hmm.
And she's still stuck by him.
And she's still stuck by him. Even when he wasn't even close.
Yeah. So I have a story,
I love a story.
Oh my god.
and let's see, when is this happening? Well, I will
September
say
11th, 2001.
I will say that
It was a
this does take place around the same time as like Florence Nightingale because she is actually like a person in this story.
Okay.
Just
Isn't it
briefly.
weird when people are real?
Yeah, it's weird. And she's like a historic figure, but also like
Sorry,
a
the
folk
story of
tale.
Robin Hood.
So I'm going to tell you the story of the military surgeon, James Barry, who, an Irish immigrant from Cork, eventually ended up in London, got his medical degree in Scotland, and was the first surgeon to successfully perform a safe cesarean that both mother and child survived.
Wow.
So, like, you know, amazing shit there.
I like to think before that they were just carving women open.
They were.
They're like, you got a baby inside of you.
Yeah, you
Um,
basically picked. You're like, who? Well, the baby's gonna live, and then they just chopped you open.
That's horrible.
Yeah. So, James Barry, really, really cool guy on paper. And I will say, you'll think that James Barry is still a cool person by the end of this story. So, it's not a terrible story. It's just kind of, you know, certain rules, restrictions kind of led to their double life. Anyways, James Barry was somebody who kind of worked their way up through the military because of, well, their medical knowledge.
Okay.
And so he was very well respected.
Love.
He quickly moved up in the ranks, and every like placement that he had, he would make sure that, you know, everybody was taken care of, from like the very people at like the bottom level of things, including slaves, by the way, which I thought was pretty awesome. Slaves, men in the military, made sure that they were living in the best conditions because he wanted to improve everybody's lives and make sure, you know, things were safe and unnecessarily, you know, difficult living situations for them.
Okay.
So because of this, he developed a reputation for improving encampments wherever he went. And whatchamacallit, this is where Florence Nightingale comes into play. Florence Nightingale has been like quoted as saying that she's never met anyone as heated as James Barry and who took their job as seriously, because like they got into a fight about the way she was tending to her patients, and basically would say like he didn't cower or back down anything and had never come across a man that was like that, but in the end, whatever they were fighting about, like he was right. So I don't know what the fuck Florence Nightingale was doing, but yeah,
Bad bedside manner.
yeah,
She's
took,
like,
She's like,
took
"Oh,
their
you
job
did.
seriously.
what up, fuckers?
But because you know, he was known for being like really feisty and stuff, no one ever like questioned any of his credentials or any of that because they knew he knew business.
How would you even question someone's credentials back then? Like, you could just be like, I'm a doctor.
Yeah.
Who's going to question it?
Mm-hmm.
Look at Leonardo DiCaprio.
Yeah.
Yeah. But there was no reason to ever question anything about this person. You might be wondering, why would they question this person? Seems like they know a lot about what they were doing.
Mm-hmm.
Well, James Barry was kind of notorious for, well, he was a single man throughout his entire life, and always kind of looked very childlike, to the point that when he first entered the military, they're like, you look like you're underage, you can't enroll. He's like, this is my birth certificate, actually. And they're like, okay, fine, shit, calm the fuck down.
He had a youthful glow.
A youthful glow.
He was actually Troy Sivan.
Mm-hmm. So, went on, made a name for himself, was ranked very high by the end of his career. Eventually had to stop working as a surgeon because he was ailing himself.
Oh.
And
They say doctors make the worst patients.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I would say about a month after he was finally told to retire and just rest, he passed away.
That's how it is, though.
Yeah.
If you work and work and work, if that's your whole life,
Yeah.
when you quit, you just die.
What I think was pretty, well, this is one where it gets weird. When he died, he had specific instructions to have his body left dressed and pretty much just burned.
Ooh.
He does not want anyone to examine the body. But
He had an extra nipple.
yeah.
It was a sign of the devil.
But, people are assholes and kind of don't respect the dead's wishes.
Mm-hmm.
And the body was examined, and somebody was trying to blackmail the doctor who oversaw the examination, because that doctor wasn't going to say anything about what they found. But the woman who helped prepare the body for burial, because I guess they weren't going to burn the body, was like, this is a woman. They even have stretch marks on their abdomen, like where it shows they would have given birth, I guess. And she was like, I'm going to take this to the press. And then the doctor is like...
What a cunt.
Yeah. What a
That
stupid
doctor,
bitch.
by the way, was friends with James. He was like, I don't give a shit. You don't do that. Like, you can go to the press if you want, but, like, I'm not giving into that shit. Because he's like, I don't give a shit.
Yeah.
They're James Barry. They're
Yeah.
amazing. We respect,
James Barry.
yeah, James Barry. James Barry's fucking cool. Turns out, yeah, he was born a woman. What had happened was he took on the identity of a uncle of his who had passed away. And I guess his uncle, he was an artist at a university in Scotland, and he had developed a friendship with some of his peers, and I guess they figured out he had an interest in going to medical school and healing and all of that, and they're like, you should do this. Like, you should pose as your uncle and go to school. And that's what he did. And those people, they kept that secret. And
Those are good friends.
yeah. Supposedly, because I think his birth name was Matilda something or the other. Actually, let me double check. I have a fucking thing in here.
We all have notes.
Wow, we're so prepared.
Oh, Matilda, no. Margaret Ann Bulkey.
Close.
Mm-hmm.
And I guess there are records of showing that there was a sister in the family.
Mm-hmm.
But the mother would have been too old to have had a child of the age that was shown on like the records they found. So they think that that child was his child.
Interesting.
But at some point that child kind of disappeared from the record. So likely they died in childhood.
Mm.
But yeah, basically, I think they were about like 70 years old when they passed away.
Oh,
So
wow. Long life.
they were able to keep that secret for the entirety of his life. And also, he improved the lives of so many people because
Yes.
he was actually able to go to school, and he wanted to make sure it wasn't even just men or white men whose lives improved. It was people of color, women, anybody who was there at the encampments he was working at. He wanted to make sure that they were, living the best way they could in the best conditions. So, yay to James Barrie,
Yeah,
a trans hero. And I wouldn't even say that necessarily that's them leading a double life so much as they were trans.
They were living their true life.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
Yeah.
But how that woman that went to the press, they tried to play it off like he was living a double life, but it seemed to me like no, that was his true self. Because why would you go to school if you just wanted the education and then be like, okay, I'm just gonna live like this for the rest of my life, if that's not what you really wanted?
Yeah.
Because easily, as a woman, probably could have just kind of done healing in secret with the knowledge that she had, but no.
Good for James.
Yeah.
You know?
He wanted to be
He found a way to live
a
his
hero.
truth.
And he was.
Also, props to his mother, who was like, yeah, let's do this. Well, you'll take my brother's identity. I support you. Because she was a big reason why it happened in the first place. It was her brother. So,
Oh.
yeah. I thought very interesting figure that deserved, props.
Yeah.
Considering I figured we would be talking about a lot of cheaters today. So,
Yeah.
And we did.
yeah.
And
Sorry.
Roald Dahl. Although I
Roald
don't know
Dahl.
if he was cheating.
I don't know.
He was just fucking a lot of people.
He was just fucking so many people.
Yeah, but did those people think he was in a relationship with them, or did they know it was a one night stand?
And they had to have known because they were married.
That's true. That's true.
He was fucking people's wives.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, James Barrie's cool. Also, he had many dog companions, so there's many
Aw.
pictures of him with his dogs. So that's sweet. Also, respect your dead's wishes.
Yes, please.
Also, look at her little costume. She's a little pumpkin.
She's a little
She's a
punky.
little punky.
And yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna cough really hard. I held it in for so long. Okay.
We did it. Oh, we're not done.
No, we're not done.
We're not done.
We're gonna talk shit more.
We're gonna talk shit.
Ooh,
So last week we told 3 stories.
Mhm.
you did.
As some of you might know, the whole thing that we're doing here is some of us are truthful and some of us are lying.
What?
My story was not true. It was just the plot of the movie Election,
Oh no.
starring Reese Witherspoon
Sophie.
And Matthew Broderick.
and Matthew Broderick.
Matthew Broderick murdered someone.
That's
That's
true.
actually
That's
true.
true.
It
Yeah.
happened in Ireland.
Yes.
And he's still beloved by many.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Why?
They
I
don't
don't
know.
know.
Yeah,
Why do they
why?
do know? Who doesn't know that he
No, yeah, everybody knows.
killed 2 people?
Yeah, he killed 2 people.
Yeah.
Isn't that crazy?
Vehicular manslaughter.
Vehicular manslaughter.
Mm-hmm.
My story about Martha the Mouth Mitchell is actually 100% true. She did break Watergate, and Nixon put her in an institution for it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
What a
crazy.
wild thing.
No, the president of the United States did that.
Yeah.
Wow.
And I don't even know if we would think twice about if something like that happened today, we'd be like, okay,
Yeah.
whatever. What's the next crazy thing?
No, for
Yeah,
real.
it's something every day.
Yeah.
I told a story about a dog mayor and the plot to murder that dog, but I made it up.
Oh,
I lied. I'm sorry.
it's okay. I just wish that man was dead.
I know. Well, he was in the story.
He did die in the story.
And he actually never existed.
That's fair. But
Although-
some people are mean to dogs.
Some
and
people
they
are
should be
mean to
dead.
dogs. I did do my research though. The town was real. The mayor's names were real, and I named the dog after the mayor who followed the mayor that was originally. So all the names were real. I probably offended someone there.
Chiki is actually running for mayor of Santa Fe Springs.
Yeah, vote
She should.
Cheekies.
I think she would
has
win
to
in a
serve on the
landslide.
board
I think she
first,
would.
though.
Ew.
I know politics.
Gross.
She can do it. She has a double PhD.
She does. In psychology and cuteness.
Mm-hmm. We love you. Yes, you're so cute.
Cheeky, are you living a double life?
Probably.
Probably.
She could be a mass murderer.
Mm-hmm.
Is she a mass murderer?
Are you a spy, Cheekies? Gathering intel on us?
No,
Probably.
probably. Yeah.
Anything else we need to add?
Follow us on all of these socials.
Yeah.
Yes.
Happy Halloween, guys, or whatever this is. Happy Thanksgiving.
It's the week after the election,
Week
which
after
makes
the election.
it the 12th. The 12th of
Maybe.
November. Remember the 12th of November.
Let's go burn some shit down.
Yay!
Woo! Well, depending on the outcome of the election, we might.
Yeah, we might be moving.
We might be
be leaving the country.
The country might not be here, actually. We
That's
might not
true.
be even able to
we
upload
might have to be in a
this.
lavender marriage with Paul by then.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because I can't be gay.
Yeah.
What,
Oh.
what am I doing?
I don't know what you're
I don't
doing.
know.
Paul and I just made a plan for a lavender marriage.
Yeah. And it can only be one because polyamory is also out.
Well, you can marry Paul and I'll marry Frank.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and then we can live in a house together or something.
Aw.
Okay, can we all have separate rooms though?
Yeah, I
Oh,
don't
yeah,
wanna,
of course.
I'm not going
Thank
to
you.
share with anyone.
Okay, we need a 4-bedroom.
Yeah. If anyone has a 4-bedroom.
4-bath. I am not sharing a bath
Yeah.
either.
4-bed,
Washer
4
and
bath,
dryer in unit.
Yeah.
Pets accepted.
Pets accepted.
Well, if it's a house, then
But sometimes people
Some
like,
people
are we
will rent
renting or are
houses.
we
I know.
buying?
I would prefer to buy.
We
'cause-
could
yeah.
buy.
'Cause
If
then
it's
that's
all
less-
four of us, we could afford the
Because that's like
get it.
less
mortgage,
people
yeah.
snooping, you know?
That's
Yeah.
true. Oh, then we should do like a 5 or 6 bedroom so we can have activity rooms.
Ooh,
A
activity.
podcast room.
Podcast room, and then we could have Frank on the show.
Ooh.
Yeah. We should just have Frank on the show and just have him tell stories.
Yeah, that'd be
Okay.
fun.
Everyone would be like, these have to be lies.
Yeah.
No,
Ooh, I'll have him tell you guys the story about the Thailand and the birds.
Oh my
The
god.
bird story.
But okay, any story about like that someone tells from Thailand always sounds fake.
Mm-hmm.
Of any of the shows, any of the anything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a great. I'll have him this season. I'll bring Frank on
This season on the body, the blood, the Michelada.
a podcast.
Someone dies.
I mean, probably.
Probably.
it's a praying mantis.
Oh. Oh, there was a dead lizard outside. Someone did
Oh.
die.
Oh no.
Oh no.
But it was like a background character that no one really cared about. It was just for suspense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Find out next week.
The
The body.
blood.
The Michelada.
Bye.
Bye.